Welcome to the 2022 Week 1 KOA training tape. I'm Todd Gooding, and we're going to look at trying a different format for the upcoming season. Today's training tape, we'll take a look at Week 1 action that just went by as we prepare for our Week 2 assignments. In the off season, when speaking to coaches, the two words that always come to mind is commitment, is communication, and consistency. And by trying this new format, being transparent with our play calling philosophies, hopefully this will help shrink that gray area between coaches and officials, and that'll help them coaching their players up on the play calling philosophies and rulings that we as officials make. So we're going to jump right into it. We're going to run through about 20 plays. We're going to look at some mechanics. We're going to look at some rulings, some things we did good, some things we can do better. So without further ado, let's begin Week 1 review. In the Southern Michigan football bulletin was sent out. Coaches should have received that. And last week, beginning Week 1, we wanted to focus on formations, getting our players legal. And as you can see here, clearly our line of scrimmage, we're snapping from the 49 right here. Head linesman has this far of the sky punched off. We got to break the center's hip, and clearly we got more than 4 in the backfield on this play. Ideally, we want to have both line of scrimmage officials get a flag down on this. And in this case, we do. And it's very easy for officials to get their calls validated between the 40s. Coach can turn on his film, obviously, a well-marked field. And clearly we have a foul here. Again, a formation play. Looks like we're snapping from the 27. And we're right here. We're going to give them a yard, and we're clearly off here. We got 2 here. Wing backs off, and both these receivers are off. And this is a case where they were both on. You might be looking at an eligible downfield player as he'd be covered up. Nevertheless, we have 5 in the backfield. That's a foul. And this particular play, line judge makes a great call on this. Ideally, we'd like to see 2 flags again. That we're both recognizing we have a foul. It's a big play. It's a touchdown. It's called back. Line judge, outstanding job recognizing this. And we bring this one back. Excellent work. Here's a play we talk about to send out in the line of scrimmage philosophy play. New rule for 2022. We focus on the intentional grounding, where we are now legal if the passer gets outside the free blocking zone. What we have here is he throws it away, gets it to the line of scrimmage. Excellent. That's the new rule. That's not a foul. But what we do have is a lineman downfield. So be cognizant on this. Line of scrimmage, backside is going to have the best look at this. Okay, he's going to be able to take a look. He's going to know we have a foul here. But this in the play calling philosophies, this is one we're going to pass on. Ball, we throw it out of bounds, incomplete. We're going to move on, live to fight another day. So we're going to pass on this IDP foul here because there's nothing to gain here. Got a nice incompletion, out of bounds, play on, 3rd down. Now, if this is a pass that is caught, we're going to want to get a flag down for ineligible downfield. Umpire is going to be secondary. Mechanically, mechanics manual has umpire primary. Backside line of scrimmage is probably going to have the best look at this, but between the umpire and off ball line of scrimmage, we're going to have the best look. So philosophy, pass on the IDP on an intentional grounding play that's legal. Line of scrimmage mechanics, coaches, receivers, they need to know if they're going to be on or off. Fist on if you're on, fist off if you're off. Not a thumbs up. We don't know if you're good, and half the time we don't know if you're what you're trying to do. Line of scrimmage officials, we don't want to move this wide receiver when the snap is imminent. So we're going to give him the line of scrimmage. It's up to him to move, because if we're moving him and the ball snapped, that's on us. So we don't want to do that. In this case, this receiver is moving forward. This is suspect shift, but we want to shut this down. That's a false start. Okay. Get a flag down. That's a false start. Don't make their problem your problem. He throws a touchdown pass to that back corner to the receiver that moved, and now it's our problem. So something to be cognizant of as a line of scrimmage official. Another mechanic play. This crew was solid mechanically in their game. Very well. Movement was excellent all throughout positions. On this play, we're snapping inside the 5. Remember, reverse mechanics coming out. Most important line on the field, goal line. So we got to cover it as much as we're going in as when we are coming out. Nice work here by the line judge, who has its sticks in the first half. Both line of scrimmage officials inside the 5 retreat to the goal line, cover it, and work their way out. This is excellent, excellent line of scrimmage work. Now come out and get the spot. Great movement. Well done. Punt play, line of scrimmage mechanics, save yourself some problems. We've been discussing this in all our association meetings, all our training tapes. The mechanics manuals, yes, line of scrimmage official on the side of the referee is going to release at the snap, but we want to release after the ball crosses our face. It does us no good to be 20, 25 yards downfield and all of a sudden it's a fake punt. We got a rule on the line to gain, or you have a play out of bounds on your side. So just a reminder, on punt plays, we're going to have a line of scrimmage official releasing, but we want the ball to cross your face first. And we'll see plays down the road as, see, we're already moving downfield. If the punter decides to take the fake punt and run up the field on that sideline, we need to be there to rule on, okay? So that's just something to keep in mind. This play, he ends up getting it off. But we have plays in the library that show different. This is we're going to look at a foul for legal block in the back. Watch a receiver come back, try to pick up a block here. We're going to focus on the receiver here. He's going to come back, clearly a push in the back. It's in the numbers. Defender falls forward. Got a foul. Line of scrimmage does a pretty good job of trying to get behind it. We want a little more depth on this. But clearly we got a block in the back. Problem is, he pushes him right into the tackle. The player makes the tackle. A reminder that illegal block in the backs is one of the 2 calls that we work to get right, that we struggle to get right more often than not. It's not a safety foul, but clearly on this play, this is one we can pass on as he pushes him right into making the tackle. No advantage. We're going to look at a crossfield mechanics play. We're going to get a play down here on the near sideline that is a pass. This is a well-lined, great facility to work at. So we're going to have a pass catch hit, and we're going to be down here in the 50 area. Great work by the near side head linesman. Good depth, squares up, stationary, textbook mechanic here. Now he's going to have a tough time ruling on this, okay? So in this half, we want our line judge. This is a pass catch hit. Crossfield mechanics, opposite line of scrimmage official, should be officiating this with his eyes. And he's going to have the spot on this. He's going to work his way up. Then he's going to work his way here. We're going to want this line of scrimmage official to start moving his way up the white, and then look for his partner cross field to get the spot. We should be at about the 49 on this one. 48, probably about the 48. We're a little short here, okay? Trust your partner. Cross field, line of scrimmage official, be more assertive, work your way up, officiate it with your eyes, come in and mark the spot. This is where you can separate yourself as a crew and what line of scrimmage officials work in sync together. It's a great topic to cover in your pre-games. But this is what sets the very good from the good apart. Something to work on, something to keep in mind. I'm going to look at a blindside blocks here. A couple fouls. These are the ones we're trying to get out of the game. And this is on the low end. This is one we're going to set the tone. Okay. This is that slot guy is going to come back, work his way back. We always talk out of phase upstream, and we have a block. Okay. Now this is on the low end of the violence scale, but really our indicator and really decider what we're going to call a foul on is if the defender goes to the ground. Again, this is on the low end. If this defender stays up, you might be able to pass on it. But the ones where defender goes down, clearly a foul. It's a blindside block. And those are the ones we're trying to get out of the game. Here's another view at a blindside block. Sudden change play. Change of direction plays. The whole field's a point of attack. These are the ones we have to get out of the game. You're the guardians of the game. Got a nice pick, sudden change play. We got to be on high alert. 5 officials is tough to cover this much green, and the whole field's a point of attack. So we're looking for our players going out of sync, out of phase. There you go. Fish going upstream, out of phase. Those are all terms we use. Clearly a big hit, great get by the back judge, not ball watching, continues to officiate and works up the field. Excellent work by our back judge on this play. One more look at it. Got a pick. Now we need to look for our players that are out of phase, and clearly we'll have one coming. Big hit. Forcible contact, not leading with open hands, clearly a foul. Great work by our back judge on this play. We're going to look at a UNR call here. Be on the near sideline. We got good field coverage, line of scrimmage, great work letting the player get ahead of him. Goes out of bounds, and we got a late hit. Okay. We got to factor an element of time here. The runner continues to work for extra yardage, tippy-toeing along the line. This hit starts in bounds or right on the white. So this is one we want to pick up. You got to remember that element of time involved in the game. Now, it's one thing if he gives himself up and he runs out of bounds, but clearly he's trying to gain yardage here. This is one we'd want to pick up on this. Other than that, we have great mechanics, Good goal line coverage by the back judge. Here's a play. We want consistency, communication. Okay, so this is a defensive offside false start play. You don't see these on Sunday. You don't see these on Saturday. And we don't want to see these on Friday. Okay. This movement is too abrupt. Abrupt movement like this is going to cause a defensive to react. This is going to be a false start on the offense. Okay, this is a deception play. We've been speaking on this for about 2 years now. If the coaches continue to coach it, we're just reminding you that this is going to be a false start. This is going to be on you. It's abrupt movement causing the defensive to react. It's a false start. If the officials call it on the defense, they may be temporarily doing you a favor. But in general, this is a false start. Again, we all want communication. We all want consistency. And that's what we're trying to use these training videos for, to shrink the gray area. This is just some great officiating. Watch this wide guy out here. And we have a run play and he's gonna go get number 3. And this is a tough play to the naked eye if you don't see the play start to finish. Again, great work. Key indicators when we talk about blindside blocks, which it's not. He leads with open hands. That eliminates that. Legal block in the back. That block's on the side. Key indicator as this defender falls on his side. Okay, now if he falls face forward, we get a hand in the back of that number and he falls face first. Now we have an IBB, legal block in the back. This is great officiating. Way to have patience and see what you call. Call what you see. Great work by this head linesman. Great mechanics. This crew is solid here. Good coverage by the back judge. Well officiated. And he gets to the, we don't want to go up with the, we don't want to ring it up from the 5, but other than that, about as good as you can do it. Great no call. Ruling here where people get a lot of confusion. There's a tough play. Here's a you make the call. This is another rule that varies from Saturdays to Fridays. We have a 4th and goal. We have a fumble recovered by the offense. On Saturdays, it's a 4th down fumble rule. The player that fumbles it, he's the only one that can recover it. On Fridays, there's a word called intent in there. And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, it puts it on the official's discretion to make this ruling. Clearly, this player is trying to score. He's trying to go over the top and the ball comes out. So just a you make the call play. Good ruling. Crew got it right. Well done. But a play to keep in mind. It's different from when you're watching your college games on Saturdays. Going to look at a couple DPI situations. Defensive holding on this play. Another philosophy. So we have a slight tug of the jersey. That's a jersey restriction. So how we're going to rule on this as officials. Coach turns on the tape and he sees a jersey tug. There's a jersey restriction. We can have a defensive holding foul on this. In fact, we'd like to have one on this because we throw the pass to that receiver. It's a bang bang play, good call for the no DPI. Both players playing the ball. Great coverage by the back judge. Another tough play in 5-man mechanics. Now we don't throw to this receiver, 42. We go to the outside guys or the outside 2 here. I'm good with a no call on that. Has no effect on the play. But on the play where we throw it to the guy that gets the jersey restriction, take a step away, yeah, maybe. But easy to support on video with the coaches and your evaluators when we get this call right. DPI play, defensive pass interference. We'll just look at a couple real quick. Defender suspect because he's not playing the ball. Receivers trying to work back to the ball. These are layups, okay? Great work by the back judge. Good DPI call. Defensive back suspect. He's in chase mode, not playing the ball. Automatic DPI. Look at one more similar situation. Late game, late half, last play of the half. Again, bang, bang. But our defender not playing the ball in chase mode. He's early. This is a DPI that we want to have on this call. We want a DPI. Clock expires. This puts them in, gives them another play before the half to either kick the 3 or go for the touchdown. And what we'd like out of our officials, our back judge, and our line of scrimmage official, we want to be stationary when we make this call. The old saying, when you're running, you're not officiating. You're moving, you're not officiating. So just a reminder, let's get stationary, trade distance, you know, for angle, steady eyes. Then we might get this call. Want to be stationary. Punt play, tough play. Got to see the whole play. This is a KCI play. I think this is one we want to pass on. The blocker's actually the one near the receiver. And even if K is the one that pushes the blocker, you know, either near or into the receiver, it's not KCI here. So this is one to learn from. If you're at our KOA meetings, we focused on KCI in the kicking game. That's where it's toughest to officiate. Back judge probably like to have this one back. Play to learn from. See the whole play. Another back judge play here. Head linesman can help out on this. This is excellent work by the back judge. Want to talk about safety fouls. We want to get the safety fouls. Great work. I'm going to watch this motion guy. Back judge stays with his keys, picks up his keys after the movement, after the motion. This is great work by this back judge here. Say, you know, we always talk, get the pre-snap penalties because they're always showing up on video, and get the safety fouls. Anything else in between has to be big. We always have the make it be there. MIBT, you'll see that a lot. Make it be there, make it show up on video. Great work by the back judge. Clear low block. That's a safety foul. Brings back a touchdown. Officiates the play. Good patience. If we can get a look from the end zone. Might be a little wide. We pick it up late, but again, we want to get those low blocks. That's great work. Hopefully line of scrimmage has a look at that as well. Just a couple more. This may be it. We have a good crew communication work here. We have a legal touching ruling by the referee. As you can see, great job, because this tells you the referee is staying with his quarterback on this play. And now he comes off his quarterback and he sees his lineman catching the ball. So we have a marker down for illegal touching. The good thing about this, the crew comes together, says hits a defender first. They have a conversation. And this is great crew work. They pick up the marker. Umpire comes in, line of scrimmage. This is how you should be working as a crew. Cohesion, communication. And it doesn't matter sometimes how we look. If we get it right, that's the key and the goal, what we're trying to do. It's a better game for everybody. That concludes this week's training tape. Thank you for tuning in. We couldn't do it without the coaches sending in their film. Everything is time sensitive. Please get the film in as soon as it's requested, the best you can, because it goes towards putting these training tapes together, evaluators, observers, looking at officials and crews, providing feedback. We're all trying to get better, and that's how we learn the best, is learning from each other. Have a great week too. Build on the success that we had in week 1. Overall, it was a great review and reports on the officiating for week 1. So let's build on it in week 2. Have a great week, everybody. Have a safe holiday. Thank you.